Hello guys, today I am going to create a new video series tutorial for ASP.NET Core Web API. Okay, and this video will be related to version 3.1. So we need to click on first create a new project here. Okay, and from here you can see we need to select ASP.NET Core Web Application and then click on next, and here give it a meaningful name. So I'm going to give it Web Application API and then click on create. Okay, and here select API and make sure we have selected the .NET Core, and here is .NET Core 3.1 because currently 3.1 is the latest version, and keep this thing checked. Configure for HTTPS as we want to run the application on HTTPS at localhost server, and then click on create button. Okay, and once I will click on the create button, then the Visual Studio will start creating the project with some implemented code. Okay, so you can see now creating the project, and once it will be completed, then we can see the code written by the Visual Studio, which will be the default code. Okay, so here you can see at the right side in Solution Explorer we are having the code. Okay, so first let me close this Web Application API, and now you can see this is the dependencies. Okay, so here in the dependency we will have all the libraries installed from NuGet package or other project references. Everything will be found here, and in the properties here you can see we are having launch settings.json file, and in this file you can see the startup configuration. Here in the profiles you can see we are having IIS Express for the development environment. Okay, and here we are having weather forecast as the launch URL, and launch in browser is set as true, so it will launch this in the browser. Okay, and as the port number you can see in the IIS setting we are having application URL, which is the HTTPS, and if it will when it will run on HTTPS, then it will use 4423327 port number. Okay, now let's move to the controller. So here you can see we are having divider forecast controller as default, which is created, and we are having the string of array. Okay, and we are having multiple summaries. Okay, and okay, so here you can see we are actually already getting the logger implemented, which is privately defined, and it is just like initiated in the controller, in the constructor of controller. Okay, which is having the same name. Okay, and here you can see it is the HTTP method as the default action method. Okay, and here we are generating an random number which is being saved in the RNG. Okay, so whenever this application will be running, when we will run this application for the first time, then the default method will be called. Okay, and here now app setting, here we will have the all configuration related to the connection or app settings. Okay, or any key values, so we will have it here, and here in the program.cs file we can see it is the main entry point of the project, which is the main function. Okay, and inside the main function you can see we have create host builder. Okay, and it is just implemented below here you can see, and in the create host builder we are calling the startup. Okay, so here you can see the startup page in the Solution Explorer. So now here in the startup page you can see we are having one like a startup constructor. Okay, and here you can see we are having also two other method configuration, for these configure services, and other is configure method. In configure services we are having like interface I service collection. Okay, and here in configure service we can implement all the services will be here, whether it is related to Swagger configuration or dependency injection configuration or authorization configuration, authentication configuration, everything will be there. And in the configure method we are having env.in development. So this like inside this code the compiler will be passed in the development version. Okay, and here you can see use https redirection. So this method is basically saying to open this project in the https. Okay, redirect the it as https. And here you are also using use routing, so it will use the routing of web API. And here you can see use authorization is also calling. Okay, and here you can see at line 47 endpoint is map controller, so the web API will be mapped to the controller. Okay, so let me run this project to get better understanding. Okay, so you can see the build has been started. Okay, so let it like take time for till the completion of the build process. Okay, so here you can see the browser have started as the default. Okay, so and with the default controller you can see here in the URL we are have you can see that weather forecast is being loaded, and inside weather forecast controller we are having implemented the get method, which is the default method, and whenever this weather forecast controller will be called, then that method will be accessed. Okay, and inside the implemented random number functionality and getting the summaries, okay, that will be like called from that method. Okay, so let it load the first time. Okay, so here it's the loading is complete. So you can see here we are having the data like the JSON string. Okay, and inside the JSON string we can see the date and the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, so all these details. So let me go ahead and put a breakpoint here. Okay, so that we can understand the flow properly. Okay, so let me refresh this page. Okay, so here you can see we got a hit at the breakpoint. Okay, and here you can see, let me navigate one by one by stepping over or by pressing F10. Okay, so here we are having at line number 29 where RNG, and it is basically for generating the random number. Okay, so here we can see like by navigating, like let me navigate. So here you can see at line number 30 it is creating the new weather forecast and like initializing the weather forecast. And here we can see we are assigning date, temperature in Celsius. Okay, and the summary. Okay, so now let me move to the next by pressing F, stepping over. So here it is passing the range of 1 to 5. Okay, and it's selecting the weather forecast. Okay, like all the summaries. Okay, that is being selected, and here we are we have like step out from the Visual Studio. Okay, so like this you can see we are getting the response from the controller. That's all in this video. Thank you guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe the channel.